Okay, today I'm going to show you how to do the 1600 triangle quilt. There is two parts to it. The first one is the jelly roll race, and the second one is the triangle part that you cut out. I'm going to show you how I do that today, and most everybody usually has an extra jelly roll that they don't know, that they don't know what to do with. This is a no waste jelly roll. It is, you can also, I've done them with my stash, just different strips, 2.5 inch strips laying around, as long as you have on the width of fabric, which is 42 inches or 40 inches, and you got to have at least 40 to 42 strips. Today I'm going to be using the 30s Playtime. It's by Moda, and I'm going to be using, this is my border. We're going to set this aside right now because we don't need it. Also, there will be a printable PDF pattern free in the description box below. You're welcome to print this and then follow along with us.
It is cute. This is cute as can be. Cute. You hate that one, isn't it? Yes, thank you for that.
Okay, here's what my jelly roll race looks like. Okay, in your part 2 section, this is how you do this. I have measured my length and my width, and I came up with my length was 65 inches and my width was 50.5 inches. The length is always the longest part of your quilt. Step 2, take the length and divide it by 2. So I did that. So 65 was my length. I divided it by 2 and I got 32.5. Okay, step 3, you're gonna take your width and put it in there, and then you're going to minus your number 2 answer, which was 32.5. That gives you 18. This is how I normally do this. It's easy since you have this big long piece. I fold it in half. Make sure everything is straight. Okay, so I'm gonna take my ruler. I'm gonna pull this side over. I'm gonna mark 18 inches down this way. So I'm gonna put my ruler up here. Now I need 18 inches cut off. There is my 18 inches. I'm gonna scoot it all the way over here, and then we're gonna pin right here. Okay, I'm gonna kind of fold over this side. And I'm gonna pin the same thing over here. So I'm gonna put my 18 inches on the top. I'm gonna put a pin right here. And I'm going to take these 2 pins and meet them together. I will pin these 2 together. I'm going to go over here to this side and I'm going to put it on 18. And then I'm going to pin right here. Okay, now that my pins are in place, I'm going to take my long ruler, meet them at the pins, and that's going to be my 18 inches. So I'm going to take my pins out, and I'm going to cut this part off. This is going to be our keyboards on our outer border. I'm going to fold this up and set it with my other border. Okay, now we're left with this big long, this is doubled, but this is what's left of our jelly roll race. So what we're gonna do, we have one square here and we have one square here. So now we need to seam rip this right here, and then I'm gonna show you how to make the triangles. Okay, now that we have our two pieces, here's one, here's the other. We're gonna put one over to the side. Okay, this is how you cut the triangles for the middle. You're gonna make sure that your strips are facing you. You are going to take your right bottom corner and we're going to bring it up to our top left corner. And we're going to take a sliver off of this and cut it in half so we have two triangles. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, now that we have all four of our triangles cut, I'm going to take you over and show you what they look like on the design board. Okay, if you have trouble kind of putting these together, always make sure that your longest piece is your outside. Okay, that's what my square looks like for my that's my inner square. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I am glad y'all stopped by to visit with me and to make a quilt. So I'm hoping to maybe see y'all's in the near future. And don't forget to subscribe. See you next week.